Thanks for being here this Thursday. Glad to have you being a part of the program tonight. Glad to see the weather being a little forgiving today. This unhappy pattern that we're going to be in now for the next several days is going to continue a bit of a back and forth situation, much like today. Some showers, some storms, some not, and a little bit of sun in between. Sunday still looking to be the worst day of the bunch, but there are tweaks that have been made to your forecast, and I'll have the updated call in just a few moments, a host of other news as well. A project now 5 years in the making or so, but getting close to beginning here in Sagersville, and to go $1.2 million towards beautifying the gateway to eastern Kentucky. And we have that as well as other news. Gas prices. We're going to talk about gas prices, which, as I was just reading to you days ago, by and large have been falling down over the past few days. Not so much in at least some of Sagersville today. We'll get to all that in just a few seconds. Thought I'd pass this along. Anyone who buys a ticket to go see a show more than likely goes through Ticketmaster and more than likely pays much more than face value for those tickets. As such, at least in part, the Justice Department today filed an antitrust lawsuit against Ticketmaster and its parent company, Live Nation Entertainment, accusing them of running an illegal monopoly over live events in America, squelching the competition, and then, of course, driving up prices for those who are trying to see shows. The lawsuit was brought with 30 state and district attorneys general and is looking to break up what they call a monopoly that is squeezing out smaller promoting companies, as well as causing harm to artists and causing exorbitant fees. The Justice Department accused Live Nation of a number of tactics, not good ones, threats, and retaliation. They say that they've also allowed the entertainment giant to suffocate the competition by keeping a stronghold on virtually every aspect of the industry, from concert promotion to tickets to see those show. An endless list of fees for the fans is what the Attorney General of one state said in filing the suit. Calling Ticketmaster a monopoly may be a PR win for the DOJ, however, says Ticketmaster in the short term. Ticketmaster is confident that they will lose in court, that being the DOJ, because it ignores the basic economics of live entertainment. The company said it would defend itself against baseless allegations and push for other reforms. The Justice Department, meanwhile, says that Live Nation's anti-competitive practices include using long-term contracts to keep venues from choosing rival companies, blocking venues from using multiple ticket sellers, and threatening venues that they could lose money and fans if they don't go with Ticketmaster. The Justice Department says Live Nation also went as far as to threaten and retaliate against one firm if it didn't stop a subsidiary from competing for artist promotion contracts. In a follow-up of sorts in an ongoing investigation, the state police, we have confirmed through an anonymous source with the Post out of Moorhead, were raiding the Moorhead residence of the owners of an embattled substance abuse center, which has been in the crosshairs of the government as of late. It's an investigation that is continuing into the operations of John and Myra Elam of Moorhead, their home being raided earlier today by the Electronic Crime Unit of the Kentucky State Police and possibly other agencies. The owners of Edge Water Recovery in Moorhead, who in January were the subject of a $2.2 million settlement against Edgewater over False Claims Act violations, in which the federal government said they were ordering very expensive, unneeded urine tests on patients without even using the data collected from them, to the tune of millions of dollars, billing those to Medicaid and Medicare. And the two were arrested the following month, and that took place afterwards in Bath County. Mr. Elam on driving under the influence of drugs, and Myra Elam on public intoxication of drugs as well. No other information was available about the raid, which was ongoing just a short time ago this afternoon. And then there's gas prices, and that's where we're going next.
Spring isn't the only season here. It's also senior season. It's a season for love, a season for Jesus, and a season to shop local at the Seasonal Shop. With spring colors, styles, and fashions by Charlie Page and Simply Southern, and more of your favorites, new arrivals in bags and totes and jewelry and more. And they've got everything lemon lavender, spa essentials for a little at-home pampering. And from simple to chinoiserie, must-see home decor is at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. Raise your hands. Who thinks math is hard? Now, who thinks feeding a family of 4, 6, 8, or 10 is even harder? Well, so do we. Welcome to Math and a Meal Made Easy. Did you know you can get a family meal deal at your Sayersville Lee's for as low as $4.61 a person with bone-in chicken, $4.15 a person with our famous strips? That's chicken sides and biscuits. Count to 100? Thank a math teacher. Feed a family for less? Come to your Sayersville Lee's.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Thanks to you, Frazier's Prater Drug has been voted #1 in customer satisfaction with Good Neighbor Pharmacies for the 7th year in a row. With curbside pickup for all of your prescription, allergy, or even multivitamin needs. Or come in and pull up a stool while you shop, or just visit downtown and treat yourself to something extra tasty or sweet. Where locally owned means a more personal, reliable, and friendly pharmacy. Frazier's Prater Drug.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Sayersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot-related, relief is just one step away.
If you do the research, read all the headlines, look into it, gas prices by and large are slightly down from recent highs over the past several days and few weeks, most everywhere.
The Memorial Day weekend is here, and 76% of all Americans questioned at least, said they are going to take at least one road trip between Memorial Day and Labor Day, and that's 18% more than last year. And they are doing so this weekend right now with a national average of $3.61 per gallon of gas. Keep in mind, that is a national average. Taking a look, states in the dark blue have some of the lowest averages, $3.32 there. Going out into the western part of United States, California, some parts seeing $5 a gallon. Closer to the East Coast, Indiana, Ohio, there in the $3.77 to $3.50 range. Kentucky, a little under that, $3.18 to $3.42. There's Alabama, the darker blues, some of the lowest averages altogether. Taking a look at Kentucky, though, individually by county, it's the Reds, again, which have the highest average price for a gallon of gas. And you'll notice that's McGoffin County and a few of our neighbors, but not all. Pike County, $3.43. Taking a look at, from there, Johnson, $3.46 for a gallon. Taking a look at McGoffin, $3.53 a gallon. We're always higher than some of our neighbors, and most all of our neighbors. Lawrence in the 340s. McGoffin again, $3.53. Wolf, $3.48. Lee, $3.52. Estill, $3.45. Powell, $3.44. Similar for Menifee, for Bath, for Nicholas, and a number of counties. And it is McGoffin County where we are focusing on today. Not everyone showing the same prices on the boards out front. Some a little bit startling as well. Taking a look at just a few hours ago in a 20-25 mile radius or so, here's Food City over in Prestonsburg. The cheapest I could find, $3.33 a gallon. The Valero over on 40 over in Johnson County, $3.45. And, of course, the pesky 9/10 a gallon. Same for the Exxon there. This is, of course, as you were going out towards Paintsville Lake, $3.45. Go on out towards, from there out on towards Route 460, and there you see $3.59 at the BP there next to Hutch Auto. $369. That is here in Sagersville up on the Parkway. And then the winner, $3.99 a gallon at the Sagersville Speedway, now, of course, owned by 7-Eleven. And what drew everyone's attention to this location this morning was that it was actually posted at $4.39 for a number of hours this morning, up from $3.79 last night, and now back down this afternoon to a still whopping $3.99 a gallon. Considerably more than a gallon of diesel at $3.75. That's something to note. Premium, $5. Not necessarily a welcoming center, but a welcoming sight to the gateway to Appalachia and eastern Kentucky as well, as the project, which has been on the books now for about 5 years, is getting closer to beginning. Representative of that project appeared before the Sagersville City Council earlier this week to get them up to date on the project, which will include everything from extensive landscaping to signage to beautification as folks roll into and out of Sagersville, with it hopefully to actually begin and see a little dirt moved before the end of the year.
What we're going to do phase 1 and phase 2. What this project is funded for is landscaping along the Mountain Parkway between Parkway Drive all the way down. Phase 2 goes all the way down just past the high school. So it's a pretty good chunk. That's about 2 miles of corridor, and we're funded to put new landscaping, and that landscaping will go in the state right-of-way adjacent to where they put the new roads in. So we've got a lot of green space on the right side if you're going down towards Prestonsburg. We've got the wall, we've got some businesses on the left side. These documents that we developed were to help get that funding. That was what this planning was all about, and to be able to price it out and get that submitted so we can get the funding. And I think it's sitting right now at Big Sandy Area Development District. The funding came in from Washington. They've got $1.2 million thereabouts. So we're ready to get started on the next step. And the next steps that we have to go through are to go over to District 10. I've already shown them this plan, but I showed them this plan in 2019. So we're going to show it to them again, kind of bring them back up to speed. Then we have to develop a set of documents for encroachment permitting within the right-of-way of the state highway. They have to approve those documents. Then we have to send those documents out for competitive bidding through a contractor. So as much as I'd like to say we can start building from this document, we can't. There's a lot of work between now and the time we'll first see trees. But the funding covers not just the landscaping, but it covers signage. So there'll be a new gateway sign at either end. There's a picture of what that could look like here, kind of on page 2 or 3. I think most of you all have seen this from past versions, but we're going to be putting that signage in. We're also going to be putting some like fence panels occasionally as you go along the corridor. There are little accent areas where we can have some lower plantings put in. I think I've got a picture of those in here. The big wall out in front of the clinic building, which is just blank, we're going to try to get it greened up a little bit.
This project, including landscape and signage, essentially from where you would get onto the Mountain Parkway there at Red Light Number 1, all the way to the Magafa County High School, both sides of the road, with plans to try to work its way down Parkway Drive thereafter. In addition to gateway signage at each end on the Parkway, or 114, there will also be certain wayfinding signs and key intersections directing tourists, motorists, passers through, and us as well, towards Parkway Drive, towards the downtown area, to local businesses and local attractions and tourism spots. And again, after a number of years on the books, it's hopeful that we'll see some movement on this later on in the fall, and most definitely, we believe, we are told, by early spring.
You ready to graduate? Yeah, I'm so ready to go.
I can't believe we're graduating, guys.
Well, at least this won't be the last time we see each other.
Yes, we'll all be together again in our 10-year class reunion. And I can't wait.
Come on, guys. Let's take a picture so we'll have it at our class reunion.
3, 2, 1.
Don't leave your friends standing alone at your class reunion. Stand up for what you think is right. Say no to drugs.
Choosing our future, staying drug-free. Woo!
Let's get it, baby.
It's never too late to talk with your parents, doctor, counselor, teacher, or another adult you can trust. For more information on drug prevention and treatment options, contact the Magoffin County Health Department at 606-349-6212.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
Whether you've got a new ride and you want it to stand out in the crowd, or you want your current ride to look and feel like a new one, no one does lifts, wheels, and tires better than Conley's. Stop in now for spring tire specials, free quotes, and 0% financing, or log on to conleytire.net. Now it's time to talk about the latest data before we talk about the what is to be. Let's talk about the what is. 76 right now if you're catching the early show after topping out at 81 in downtown Sayersville earlier today. I've got a westerly wind fluctuating anywhere from 2 to 3 miles per hour out there. Biggest gust today was 11. It was 18 yesterday, so wind's not as noticeable. Humidity has jumped up about 10% to 68%. Clocked 0.12 inches of rain in downtown Sayersville today, and sunrise at 6:17, sunset at 8:43. And this is that on and off scenario pattern that I've been talking about for the past couple of days in living person, almost, via your local Doppler radar. We had showers this morning. We saw skies clear up, make for a nice day. Didn't really put a damper on the entire day. A lot of work, more fun, hopefully for some, to be done and had outside and outdoors, but showers and some thunderstorms to have to dodge, and that will be the same scenario that Mother Nature is painting for us throughout much of your Memorial Day weekend. And again, Sunday right now looks to be the one to watch, but by and large, shower and storm chances for your Friday and your Saturday, that again will be of that on and off nature. Tonight, patchy fog and after 4 a.m., mostly cloudy, 60 to 62 for nighttime lows. And with that said, we expect to see mostly cloudy and a 50% chance of those showers. We're going to see some more showers, as you just saw, without a doubt, similar to last night, I think, in intensity and maybe duration. As you saw from the radar, taking us into Friday, where we are still going to be in the 80s for a number of days before we see the low 70s come back. Tomorrow, 80, fog in the a.m. We will see partly sunny skies on your Friday. Shower and storm chances tomorrow, again, solid 60%, maybe another tenth to a quarter of an inch, with the exception of any any thunderstorms that could develop. So very much like today, again tomorrow. Warm, a little sun, and some shower and storms, perhaps coming and going. For your Memorial Day weekend, warmer a little still, 83, partly sunny, same scenario, 50% chance of showers and storms. I don't think you'll have to necessarily cancel any fun you have planned outside. You might have to alternate your timing or just, be prepared to dodge a shower or storm with an umbrella or what have you. Sunday, more of the same. A little more of a chance of showers and storms, though, on your Sunday, specifically into your Sunday night. 83, 66, your high, your low, partly sunny. 60 to 70% chance of showers and storms on your Sunday. Memorial Day, Monday. We'll follow a Sunday night that could be on the stormier side of things, and it might carry into Monday. There's when we see cloudy, more so than not skies, and an 80% chance of showers and storms. So the timing of the worst of the storms, not that I'm saying they're all going to be that terrible, but the worst of your 7-day looks to be maybe Sunday night and into your Monday right now, but tomorrow will be 24 hours closer, and I'll pinpoint that for you just a little bit better. Regardless, we see temperatures on the downhill slide thereafter, and pretty consistent for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Low 70s for highs, 50s, low to upper for lows. Mostly sunny skies and some lingering shower chances. Not as great as between now and Memorial Day, but 40 to 30 to 20% respectively. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. And that's a wrap for tonight. I will see you back here tomorrow, wrapping up this week for this Memorial Day weekend that lies ahead when I see you then. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.